Sam Stein, Collins and Murkowski. I always say this, their states are the northern anchors to the east and west of the United States. They are two powerful Republican voices in the Senate. When we hear from White House types, if this guy goes down, we're going to come back with another name on the list, more conservative. That's the only thing that argument runs up against is passing the Collins and Murkowski test.
Yeah, and you know that, I mean, to a certain degree, McConnell does not want to have to start from scratch. You know, the disappointment with the base at having to scrap Kavanaugh will be palpable. I think they are worried about that. On the other hand, you get the sense, talking to people on the Hill, that they also are really deeply nervous about this Monday hearing. I mean, there's really very few things that could go positive for them here. It's going to be a he said, she said, and essentially you're going to end up having a vote on that along those lines. And in the back of it all, of course, is what to do about Murkowski and Collins. My sources tell me that they are, you know, essentially, they are basically waiting to see where the chips fall. And one of those chips, of course, is what do these sort of centrist Democrats who are up for re-election in red states do? About a week ago, it was widely assumed that the Manchins of the world, the Heidi Heitkamps and the Joe Donneys of the world would end up reluctantly voting for Kavanaugh to save their own hide. One of the things that this has done is it has given Manchin, it's given Heitkamp, and it's given Donnelly effectively a bit more cover to say, you know what, we just cannot proceed with this guy. It's too toxic. And that puts additional pressure on Murkowski and Collins because now they become the swing votes.
Peter Baker, last word.
Right. I would take Sam's scenario and spin it out even further. I think Sam's right. The Democrats now have a free pass to vote against him. They can explain that to their constituents based on this this allegation. Assume it doesn't, you know, come unraveled for some reason or another. And then you are looking at a very, very dicey situation. Let's say, for the sake of argument, Kavanaugh's nomination doesn't go forward. There isn't a way, it doesn't seem conceivable that you get another nominee before the election vetted to the committee and voted on. So that puts it in a lame duck, as Sam talked about. Let's say, for the sake of argument, the Democrats win the Senate, which even Mitch McConnell was talking about as recently as last week. Then you're in a completely different scenario. The idea that the Senate would go ahead with a lame duck confirmation of a justice after 2 years after saying that they couldn't even consider Merrick Garland because they wanted voters to have a say first seems to beggar the imagination. Then you're into a situation where Democrats are in charge. They're not going to let anything go through if they can help it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.